Hello, everyone. My name is Clrm. I'm an author, mentor, life coach, motivational speaker, evangelist, musician, and activist. In the Clrm motivations of inspiring this audio and video to basically help humanity to learn about helping other people, giving back, and making a difference. I've been inspiring and sharing this audio and video to help humanity learn about Jesus Christ, Jehovah, and Buddha. And I've been sharing and inspiring these videos and audios to help humanity just find more motivation, more encouragement, more guidance in life, in what they want to do. So tonight we're going to be talking about a very particular topic. As we're going through the motivations, I'm always going to be sharing new and different motivations that can inspire people who basically want to help other people, give back and make a difference, want to, support people, help others and serve, and help those people who are, lacking motivation, lacking encouragement, lacking guidance. Now, this is a very particular message, which is very important to learn, and we're going to spend some time talking about it tonight, and hopefully it can help some people who need to learn this message. So in this video, we're going to be talking about team spirit. So the name of this video is called Team Spirit. Now, depending on where you work, especially when it comes to jobs, employment, and careers and opportunities, right? We're going to be working within a team. So all human beings will normally work in a team. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're working in a job, whether you're working in a career, whether you're working in a business, whether you're working in employment, we're all going to be working in some part of a team. So each human being will be working a part of a team. Now, the team spirit is when we're all working together towards the same goal, the same motivation. So we need to have that team spirit with us as we do the work we do. I've always tried to encourage and motivate those individuals who want to help other people, give back and make a difference. Focus your team spirit and focus your team work on helping other people, giving back and making a difference. This becomes very, very important. It's so, so important to be a part of the team spirit, helping other people, giving back and making a difference. Now, it's so important when we learn about team spirit that we're part of a team that's connected to the same mission, the same values, the same morals, same beliefs, and the same truths of what we're doing within our work, right? So all human beings normally work in a team. Depending on what work you do, like I said, I would encourage and motivate those people who do find teams that help other people, give back, make a difference. We're all trying to work towards the same thing, the same motivation. So this message is very particular for those people that want to help other people, give back, make a difference, make a contribution. Now, the team spirit is when we're all doing our work. So each individual is doing work within that team, right? So if we get to the point within our lives where our work is helping other people, giving back and making a difference and a contribution, then all of the team, depending on what team you work in and where you work, and if it's a business, if it's a career, if it's a job or volunteering or employment opportunity, we're all working towards the same mission. We're all working towards the same goal. We're all working towards the same, basically, work that we've been, basically, the opportunity that we've been able to do, right? So it's so important to have that team spirit. Now, because it's a team spirit, we all must do our work in part of that team. So each person gets the opportunity to do their work as part of that team. But as the team spirit happens, when you get more into the work and as you're doing it for a long time, part of a team, learning different people within the team, learning about the team, understanding different politics of work and that sort of thing. start to all make your difference. So each person within the team will be making a difference if you choose the work of helping other people, giving back, making a difference. Now, it's so important, this team spirit. So, for example, if you're working in the team, you're doing your work while you're in the team. If your manager is managing and supervising the team, that manager will be supervising and helping the team. If your colleagues or your people that you work with are also part of the team, then they will be doing their work as part of the team. But with the team spirit, you're all working towards the same goal and the same motivation and the same aspiration, right? And like I've always said with Christopher Lee and Rose motivation, this is just to inspire and motivate. So it's so important if we do get opportunity, and I've always said we have to get an opportunity to do this, to help other people, give back, make a difference and a contribution. If we get opportunity in our lives to do that, each human being will have to find that opportunity for themselves. Then we're going to have the team spirit. So everybody's helping, everybody's serving, everybody's giving back, everybody's doing the work, everyone's doing their contribution, everyone's making a difference. Now, the team spirit is when you're all working collaboratively together. So you're all working together, right? It might be different aspects of your work, which is different from another person's work. It may not be the same work you're doing, for example, than your manager's doing, or your supervisor, or your team leader. So each, person within a team has their role to do. That's when it comes to jobs, careers, employment for a very specific thing. Each person within that team has their role to do. So it's so important you do your work, right, as part of a team spirit. So you shouldn't be always isolating yourself and working alone. You should be talking with your team, talking to your manager, talking to your colleagues, being a part of the team, being connected to the team, collaborating, working together, helping other people, helping the clients, helping the service users, helping the patients, helping the customers, all doing your work collaboratively together, all trying to do the same work for people and helping them. And this becomes the team spirit. So when we have the team spirit, the whole team is connected in all parts of the team. So no matter if it's a manager or a team leader or a colleague or a worker or anyone that's part of that working environment, or even entrepreneurial sort of teams as well, it's a similar thing. We're all working towards the same mission, same goal, the same aspiration, the same motivation. When it comes to the work of helping other people, giving back, making a difference, this becomes very, very important, especially the team spirit. Because if one person in the team's not doing their job or doing their work, that's going to have an effect on the clients, the customers, the service users, and the patients. So no matter what position you find yourself in within life, it could be a manager, it could be a team leader, it could be a worker, it could be any position you find yourself in. We all have to be working as a team, the team spirit. So each person is working in the team. You're doing your work, the managers are doing their work, your team leaders are doing their work, and their workers are doing their work. So you're all working in the team spirit. And the motivation to work in a team spirit is helping your clients, helping your patients, helping your service users, helping your customers as part of the team spirit, because you're all working towards the same goal. The same goal and the same motivation and the mission of the work we do is to help other people what they're going through. And this is what it really is all about. To help people to change their lives, change their situations, change their circumstances, find who they really are in life, and get that professional support, professional help, professional guidance, and professional encouragement to help them to find who they are. So each person that, like I said earlier, you have to have the opportunity to do it before you can be a part of the team spirit. we have to focus on our contributions to the clients, the customers, the patients, the service users. That's what we have to focus our work doing. If every person within the team spirit's doing their part and doing their role, more lives will be changed. More customers, service users, clients, and patients will find who they are as a human being and go on their own journey through the help and support they receive through the team spirit. So, especially in helping other people, the team spirit is everything. Without the team spirit, we can't help our clients, our customers, our service users, and our patients. So the team spirit becomes everything in the work we do for others. If we're not working as part of a team collaboratively and working together in a holistic, therapeutic recovery focus for our clients, patients, customers, and service users, that they're not going to seek and get the support they need to help them on their journey. So just remember, team spirit means collaboration. Everyone working together for the same mission, for the same goals, for the same reasons, and for the same encouragement and motivation to support clients, customers, patients, service users within that working environment. And if, for example, if you have a business that helps other people, then each person within that business it can relate to so many different things. And each person within that business has to be working towards the goal to help the clients, to help the customers, to help the people they're serving, to support the people who are coming to that specific business or entrepreneurial service. So it can work in all different aspects of employment. So employment, jobs, careers, volunteering, or business, or even, down to faith, spiritual ministries or monasteries or anything in that aspect of things. So what I'm saying is that the team spirit relates to everything. Without the team spirit, we can't help our customers, we can't help our clients, we can't help our service users, and we can't help our patients. So the team spirit, everyone working together in their specific roles, and they're doing their jobs within their roles, but together working as a team collaboratively, all together. So it's so important to realize, especially in the work of helping other people, giving back, and making a difference, that we work together, a team effort, teamwork, team spirit, all collaboratively working together to help our clients, customers, patients, service users on their specific journeys. Now, just before we finish, why this becomes so important is because Jesus Christ, Jehovah, and Buddha wants us to actually be doing this within our lives. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this because it might come off the subject of what we're discussing, but I'll share it briefly. Now, basically, this is how it is in life, yeah, and this is the motivation for today. In life, we all come from relationships. So all human beings come from relationships. There's no human being that is alive that hasn't come from a relationship from your parents, for example, right? So your mother, your father brought the child or the children into the world, right? So in life, as we live life, as we basically live our lives and find who we are as a human being ourselves as well, we're always in relationships. So, for example, if you go to a coffee shop like Starbucks or Costa, for example, there's workers within the coffee shop, baristas normally, that are serving you coffee, right? But they're working in a team spirit. The baristas are working on the front line of the coffee shop, and also the manager is working to support the baristas. In the work, for example, in helping other people, it could be a bit different, but it's very similar. The managers are helping the doctors, the nurses, psychiatrists, the therapists, the counselors, the psychologists, the peer support workers, the CPNs, the nurses, the care coordinators, the occupational therapists. So it's different in different settings, right? But it's always the same thing. So my point is, if Jehovah brought all human beings into the world from a relationship, so basically this is as simple as it gets. We're all meant to be working together collaboratively, right? So when we think about relationships, it's always together as human beings. So, in your work, you're working with people, you're working with your colleagues, your staff, your managers, your team leaders. At home, you're working with your family, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, and your children. In faith, in monasteries or ministries, you're working with your pastors or leaders or spiritual faithful people in church, monasteries or ministries. So in all parts of life, there's relationships. Everything revolves around relationships, right? So the team spirit of what I'm really motivating the viewers and the listeners today in this audio, be collaborative, be connected, be involved with your team. If you're connected, collaborative, and involved with your team, no matter where you work, and no matter if it's a business, faith, spiritual, community, volunteering, jobs, employment, careers, be connected, be involved, be collaborative, be doing the role that you've been having the opportunity to do. And when you do that, you find the team spirit. And you can see when you find the team spirit, when you actually get to this point and learn this, everything you do is collaborative. It's all serving a purpose, right? It's all serving a purpose. The work you're doing is serving a purpose. The way your role is serving a purpose. The way your manager's role is serving a purpose. The way your team leader's role is serving a purpose. And the way the workers are working are serving a purpose. So it's always serving a purpose for the same reason. To change lives, to help others, to support people in what they're going through. That's why, like I said in the first part of the video and the audio, I said I would encourage. I'm not saying I'm gonna tell people what to do because that would be rude of me to do that. But I would encourage the listeners and the people that are watching the audio and the video. I would encourage it, really encourage it. If you're in a situation where you find this difficult, I'll still encourage it. Do work where you're helping other people, giving back and making a difference collaboratively, all together. So you're working, maybe your manager's working, your team leader's working, the workers are working, and you're all collaboratively working together. That is what we call the team spirit. And when you have the team spirit, everyone within the team spirit is making a contribution. That brings faith, that brings spirituality, that brings religion to some people because you're connected with human lives. You're connected with people, families, clients, customers, patients, service users, people that need support. This is what we call humanity, connected to people. If you're connected to people, connected to humanity, then you're going to be working more effectively. You're going to be working more productively. You'll focus on what you need to do in your roles and within your work. Once you have this team spirit and connect to the team spirit, it's so rewarding and it's so fulfilling because in your heart and in what you're doing, it's not just you doing all the work. It's not just your manager or your team leader or your workers doing all the work. You're all collaboratively, holistically supporting and helping clients, service users, customers, and patients in the roles that you've all been called to do, which is, like I said earlier, Jehovah, Jesus Christ, and Buddha has called us all to work collaboratively. Life is about togetherness, humanity for you, connecting with humans, connecting with people. So if we're connected in that way, then We could do more productive work and make more of contributions to the people that really need it. And I've always said, with the team spirit, we're all working for the same cause. We're all working for the same reason. We're all working for the same meaning and value. And the most important thing about this is just helping others, supporting people in what they're going through, helping people with what they need help with, and working as part of a team. Nothing can be built if a team doesn't build the foundations. Nothing can be built if a team doesn't work collaboratively together. Nothing can be built if not everyone's doing their roles. Nothing can be built. So you have to work collaboratively. And sometimes in different jobs and in different roles, which I'm very aware of for a lot of people, they're very isolated. They're very sort of at their employment or their business opportunities very lonely. No man builds an island by themselves. When you think about an island in life, you know, a land, right? It takes workers, it takes people, it takes humanity to build the island. So all human beings must be collaboratively working together to build the island of life. So to build people's lives, to change people's lives, to help people, you know, in what they've experienced and in what they have gone through. So the message is simple for this audio video for this evening for Christopher Lee and Rose Motivations. Wherever you are in your life, whatever job you're doing or career you're doing or business you're doing or whatever opportunity you have, that's completely fine, right? Work collaboratively together. Work as part of a team. Focus all on the same mission, the same purpose, the same cause, and the same reason. The meaning and value comes from that. And when you find the meaning and value that comes from that, then you find the team spirit. You're all contributing. But if you get to the point in your life where you're actually helping others and serving people, then it means you're all making a difference. You're all making a contribution. You're all serving others. And that becomes fulfilling, very rewarding. And it means, you know, you, your team, your colleagues, your staff, we're all contributing. Nothing becomes more fulfilling than knowing that and actually living that. It's very fulfilling to get to that point in your life. But like I said, it's an opportunity. You must find the opportunity. I don't want to go too deep in this video about how to find opportunities, but just look, search for opportunities. Find jobs, careers, employments, or businesses you can work in that contribute, that help others, that are giving back, that are supporting people. It could be psychology, it could be counseling, it could be therapy, it could be occupational health, it could be, you know, mental health, it could be, you know, schools, colleges, universities, it could be prisons, it could be homeless charities and shelters, it could be charities, organizations, foundations. The list can go on of where you can find these opportunities. But you've got to find the opportunity. The opportunity will help you to be part of a team spirit. If you find a job that gives you the opportunity, you would want to work hard and you would want to give it your all and give it your time and your patience and your commitment and your passion because you've been given that opportunity to do something which is very, very important in team spirit. So my message is simple. Team spirit basically means working collaboratively and working as part of a team all together. So no matter where you work, where it is, what location, what opportunities you have from now into the future, team spirit has to be a part of your mind in everything that you do. And like I said before, no one man can build an island. If anything happens in life, it's a team spirit. This person's working, that person's working, that team leader's working, those workers are working, that manager's working, you're working, you're all trying to go for the same reasons why you got into the opportunity to change people's lives, help other people, and be a part of the team spirit. So always remember the team spirit is very important in helping other people. If you get an opportunity to help other people, still remember, don't be isolated. Because if you be isolated, you're missing the connections of your colleagues and your team. So don't be isolated. Work collaboratively, work holistically, work recovery focus, work for your clients, your patients, your service users, your customers, and work collaboratively together. And that's how you find the team spirit. So I've finished the audio and video now. If anyone's watched this video and audio, like I said, always with my content, thank you for watching. It means a lot for you to be watching the audios and videos. I try to make them when I can, when I have the opportunity to. But just remember, team spirit is very, very important. And we all, no matter what business, volunteering, jobs, careers, employment, or faith, spiritual, community, monasteries, or ministries you're involved in, everything is collaboratively. Everything works collaboratively. You know, it's like a collaborative effort. You're all working. You're all trying to make your contribution. You're all like serving in that sort of way. So just be collaborative. Be a part of it. Whatever you're involved in, be a part of it. Whatever job you're doing, or work, or career, or business, or faith and spiritual, or community opportunities, be a part of it. When you're a part of it, then that's the team spirit, and you're all doing it for the same reasons and for the same causes. So thank you for listening. Now, you can check my audios and my videos on YouTube, Christopher Lee and Rose Motivations. You can check the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I believe it is, and any podcast platform. My podcast is there, Christopher Lee and Rose Motivations. And if this has inspired you, share it with somebody. Let somebody listen to the message, because I do feel like the team spirit needs to be more shown, especially in videos and content. A lot of people don't share about the team spirit, like a collaborative effort, working together and trying to build things, you know, for changing people's lives. So hope this has helped. I hope this has motivated someone today. Thank you for listening. Now I'm gonna finish it there, and yeah, have a good evening. Take care now. Bye bye. Thanks.